this week coming to you from a hotel in Connecticut. So, this week, I want to talk about the Daz Pass. Now, I know we talk about the Daz Pass a lot on this show, but that's because
as it's pretty much the meat and potatoes.
potatoes of what this show is all about, doing Disney for people with disabilities. And the Daz Pass is one of the key things of how that happens. So, for those of you who don't know how the current Dash Pass system works, is that about 30 or 60 days ahead of your visit, you have to do a FaceTime with a Disney Pass member so that you can get your pass in. They'll ask you a few questions and ask you why you need the pass.
And the reason I need the pass
Pass is because, with my autism, I can't wait in line a long time because I need to get my feet a moving.
and and Disney is very accommodating.
Accommodating with that pass, especially for people with autism like me.
So
So
once
once
you
you
get
get the pass, when
you
you
get to the parks, there are
there are
two
two
ways
ways
you
you
can.
can do this. One, you can and check the return times on the rides as you walk by, or check the times on your My Disney Experience app.
There you can.
And select the ride you want to get a pass for, and then they'll give you a return time. Then when your return time rolls around, scan your Magic Band, it'll go blue, then the cast member will check, and then it'll turn green and say you're good to go. And the Dash Pass is pretty much
My
my guardian angel when I go to the park because it really helps me avoid those long lines.
so anyway, that
That's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. Hello, Perks 10. Hello, Harry Sharon. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're just about to do my top 5, and I recommend sticking around because after trivia time, I'm going to make a huge announcement.
so
Anyway, on to the top 5.
so the parks have
Great stage shows during the holiday season. And of course, it's Christmas time, so everything at Disney is extravagant, and the Christmas stage shows are no exception. So this week we are going to cover my top 5 holiday stage shows.
number
Number
5
5 would have to be the new
show.
that they have during Jollywood Nights at the Theater of the Stars. I forgot what the name was, but it's hosted by Kermit and Miss Piggy, and it features Belle, Tiana, and Mickey and Minnie.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's great,
And it
and it
has
has
some.
some amazing holiday style show tunes for the holidays. It's a lot of fun, and of course, plenty of Muppet mayhem. Because with Muppet Vision 3D closing, you gotta have Muppet mayhem.
All right, number.
Number 4. Thank you, Perks 10.
Anyway, number.
Number 4, the Frozen Holiday Surprise. Now, this is the stage show that they do to
Officially turn.
turn on the projections on Cinderella Castle for the Christmas season.
Now,
If you're like me, you missed the dream
lights
lights
on
on
Cinderella.
Cinderella Castle.
I think they stopped doing it.
mostly because of the pandemic, and they thought, hey, the projections are cheaper.
But I think
The,
projections are pretty much low budget.
if you ask me. Number three, Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration.
So this is
The stage show that they do mostly at the party, where they have a whole lot of great holiday tunes with your favorite
Disney
Disney
characters, especially when you have
Clarabelle Cow turning into Mariah Carey singing "All I Want for Christmas Is You." I don't know who the dummy is that came up with that.
but still it's
Great, and even got the finale part of the show where they sing "It Feels Like Christmas" from the Muppet Christmas Carol.
it it's a great show. I number
Two,
the Glisten Ice.
skating show that's new this year at Dollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios. So it looks like a plastic ice skating rink, which I mean it's Florida, so it kind of has to be. But you know, it has some great, again, great holiday style, Hollywood style holiday tunes, and and this and with the Olympic style skating that they do,
It seems very top notch.
and extravagant. They even sing "Be Our Guest" from Beauty and the Beast.
It's a great show. I've seen it.
On a couple of live streams, and it looks fantastic. And my number one holiday stage show, the Candlelight Processional at Epcot.
So
Of course, Walt Disney himself started the Candlelight Processional back in the glory days of Disneyland, and
it is is
is the best way to celebrate the holidays at Epcot, especially for the adults. I mean, you
got
got
a
a
huge
huge
choir,
choir, My Friends, the Voices of Liberty, a huge
the orchestra, and a celebrity.
narrator, which I believe tonight is Josh Gad.
And there's going to be other great celebrities.
Narrators throughout the season, including fan favorites Gary Sinise and Neil Patrick Harris. So if you're going to Epcot during the Christmas season, please check out the Candlelight Processional.
So anyway, let
Let
me
me know in the chat or in the comments what your favorite holiday stage show is. And now it is time for Diz or Dat. So on both coasts, they have spectacular Christmas parades.
at Disneyland.
And they have the Christmas Fantasy Parade, which of course has the same music that it's had since it premiered back in like the late '90s, and it features Santa's Workshop and his mailroom, the princesses,
Goofy's,
gingerbread house, and it
and of course Santa.
rounding up the parade.
And at Walt Disney,
Disney World at the Magic Kingdom, they have the Once Upon a Christmas Time parade, which, as many of you know, has changed its format. So,
changed its soundtrack. I mean,
so now, but still, it's the same parade. I mean, you got Clarice, who is Chip and Dale's female friend, in front of the gingerbread house, and no huge change to the Once Upon a Christmas Time parade except for the soundtrack. let me know in the chat or in the comments which Christmas parade you prefer, Viz, A Christmas Fantasy, or Daft, Once Upon a Christmas Time. And now it's trivia time. Now, I forgot what last week's trivia question was, but because I didn't do a script this week.
But I did look up
what this week's question was. So here is this week's
trivia time question.
What was Walt Disney's very first animated cartoon star?
Be the first one in the chat
with the correct answer or in the comments, and you will receive 100 cool points. Now, before we get to this week's Christmas special roundup, I promised a huge announcement, so I hope you're ready. So, in addition to being a huge Disney fan, I am also quite the gamer, especially when it comes to Disney video games like Disney Speedstorm, Cars Race-O-Rama, Disney Infinity.
Well, I am happy to
announce that on Mondays, I'm going to be experimenting with a new segment on this channel called The Toy Box. It's going to be live, and it's where I do different Disney video games. Probably just some Disney Speedstorm stuff,
but let me know in the
chat or in the comments what games you'd like to see me do, and if I have them, I'll do them.
And now it's time
I'm going to let you guys know what Christmas specials you can be on the lookout for this week. Now, again, these are my recommendations, and these are Eastern time zone times, so check your local listings. Alright, here we go with this week's Christmas special roundup from November 30th to December 6th. Alright, today, November 30th, on CBS, Reindeer in Here at 8 p.m.
And let's see.
We got on Freeform, A Christmas Carol at 3:15, followed by The Grinch at 5:20.
It's on MeTV
Tunes.
We have
Cartoon Christmas All Stars at 4 p.m.
Let's see, on TBS
right now through 8 p.m. a whole day of Elf, followed by National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 8.
Next, tomorrow,
Sunday, December 1st, on ABC, America's Funniest Home Videos Wreck the Halls, 35 Years of Holiday Hijinks at 7, followed by The Wonderful World of Disney Magical Holiday Celebration at 8:01 p.m. On AMC, The Leprechaun's Christmas Gold at 5 a.m., followed by The Little Drummer Boy Book 2 at 5:30 a.m. Let's see, Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July at 7. Jack Frost at 8:30. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 7.
On Cartoon Network,
the classic Dexter's Lab episode, Dexter versus Santa's Claus at 5 p.m.
Let's see, on Disney
Channel. And not much there. On Freeform, Prep and Landing at 7 a.m., followed by Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas at 7:30, followed by Mickey's Twice Upon Christmas at 9 a.m. I'm sorry, I had to do that. Nightmare Before Christmas at 2:35, followed by Home Alone at 6:45.
Alright.
Next, on Monday, December 2nd, on AMC, Pinocchio's Christmas at 9:15 a.m., then Elf at 5, and The Polar Express at 7. On Cartoon Network, one of my favorite Cartoon Network Christmas specials, Ed, Edd and Eddy's Jingle Jingle Jangle at 5:30 p.m., followed by Billy and Mandy Save Christmas at 6 p.m.
On Disney
XD, yes, that's still a thing, Prep and Landing at 7:30 p.m. On Freeform, the 1994 version of Miracle on 34th Street at 12:35 p.m., followed by Home Alone at 3:10 p.m. and Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 5:40 p.m.
next, let's see.
Let's see. On Tuesday, December 3rd, on ABC, the CMA Country Christmas at 8.
On
AMC, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas at 5:30 a.m. The Polar Express at 4 p.m. Elf at 6 p.m. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 8 p.m.
Let's see.
On Freeform, the A Christmas Carol at 3:10 p.m., followed by the Jim Carrey's How the Grinch Stole Christmas at 5:15 p.m., followed by the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch at 7:55.
On Wednesday,
The 4th, on AMC, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation at 5:45. On Freeform, The Little Drummer Boy at 10:30 a.m., followed by Home Alone at 11. Santa Claus is Coming to Town at 1:30. Hello, Laskema, if you're just tuning in. I'm going over what Christmas specials you guys can be on the lookout for this week. As I was saying, followed by the 2018 Grinch at 2:30 p.m., followed by the Santa Claus at 4:30, Santa Claus 2 at 6:30, and the Santa Claus 3: The Escape Clause at 8:55.
on NBC,
Christmas in Rockefeller Center at 8 p.m. I always watch that.
on
Thursday, the 5th,
the season premiere of
The Great Christmas Light Fight on ABC at 8 p.m. On AMC,
The First Christmas,
The Story of the First Christmas Snow at 9:30 a.m. and Elf at 8 p.m.
let's see, on Free
Freeform, A Christmas Carol at 12:30. The Nightmare Before Christmas at 4:30.
on NBC,
The
classic How to
Grinch Stole Christmas at 8, followed by Frosty the Snowman at 8:30. And finally, on Friday the 6th, on AMC, Nestor the Long-Eared Christmas Donkey at 5:30 a.m. On Freeform, Cricket on the Hearth at 7 a.m. The Nightmare Before Christmas at 2:05 p.m. The Christmas Carol at 3:40. Home Alone at 5:45. Home Alone 2 Lost in New York at 8:15.
and on NBC,
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 8. So that is this week's Christmas special roundup. Let me know in the chat or in the comments what special you're most looking forward to. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets to do a future episode for this week's shout-outs. Make sure you guys check out my buddy Mike at Chasing Magic. He's taking a break right now, but I'm sure he'll be back into it as soon as possible. Also, make sure you guys check out Anthony the Molar Man. I'm sure another season of Disney Match Game will be coming up soon. Check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Tania over at Tania Smiles. She does great vlogs on her YouTube and her Instagram. Definitely check her out as well. Also, make sure you guys check out Princess and the Bear. They do great food vlogs in the parks all the time. Definitely check them out. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, walk around.